So I'm sitting here having a talk with the Lord like I usually do. And oh man. So I just started thinking like, how society tries to, put on us that we as people, as a society, like that we need to, you know, get married, have children, and acquire wealth, you know, don't leave your family with a debt, uh, try and pay off all your debts, invest and do all these things. And as I'm going into business for myself, I'm like, okay, if I make all the right investments, if I follow all the blueprints that they say you should follow in order to get the best return and all of that, after that, then what? Because this earth will pass away. This earth was not going to be this way forever. And even with Bitcoin and even with Forex and whatever else you go into, you can build the best school. You can teach everybody everything. That's great. Nothing wrong with that. You can eat right. You can change your body and, you can work out and, live a real healthy lifestyle, right? But at the end of the day, what does that matter? Okay, yeah, I paid all my stuff off. I made sure that all my final funeral expenses is paid for. Great. But what spiritual inheritance have you left your family? Because they can't take that money or any of those wonderful things that you've done. Those memories, they can't take them with them. You actually don't take them with you. Just so you know. Once you leave this earth, all those memories of everything that you did and dancing and having fun and, that's great because you lived this one life. But at the end of it, there is a judgment. What will you say to God? And yes, there are people that are going to come for me and they're going to say, well, Yinkily, you don't know if that's true. But okay. But if it's not true, then there's still an eternity that you go into. You don't become one of the stars in the sky suddenly. That just makes no sense. Like, why? What was the purpose of that? You don't just float off into oblivion. Which, to me, on a sidebar, that goes back to that the universe suddenly created itself. Whatever. Don't care. It's like, that's crazy. To me, in my mind. These are my opinions. Just something that I think about. But literally, what if? Just what if? For a second. What if the Bible is actually true? What if there is a hell for where you actually will spend eternity if you have not made that decision? I'm not talking about babies. We're not going to have that argument. We're not having an argument about babies and, people that can't, make a decision for themselves and speak clearly to say what they're doing. I'm not talking about them. Because God has a place for them. But I'm talking about like full grown adults, like you're 18 or 16, like. My point is, have you told your family of the greatest gift there ever was? My point is, have you talked to them about Jesus? And I'm not talking about religion, so don't come for me for that either. Because real religion is taking care of orphans, taking care of widows, and feeding the hungry and the poor. Literally. That's what real religion is, according to Jesus. So don't come for me for that. But I'm just saying, like, these things, like, None of this matters. I can buy all the groceries and I can even help, so many people. Even the Bible talks about it. Like you can go help everyone in the world you say you want to go help on your own accord. That's great too. But if you don't have God's love in your heart, and I'm talking about that you have a relationship with him, like the relationship that you're so, and I'm just saying you as a general, that you so like desire to have, like you're running after this, you're running after that. That's great that your business is doing good. That's great that you're taking care of your family. That's awesome. But in the middle of all of that, are you making sure that you're telling someone else about Jesus? Who are you telling about your testimony of how Jesus saved you? Do your little children know who Jesus is, literally? Does someone older in your family who didn't know Jesus, do they know? Do your neighbors know? Do your coworkers know that you follow him? Or maybe you haven't given your life to him yet. And this is not a call to suddenly like go ahead and, what one of my new acquaintances said. She's like, I'm not going to be a convert. Okay. I'm not asking you to be a convert, but have you really considered a relationship with Jesus? Not a Bible thing where I'm just reading the Bible all the time and I'm going to the church house. No, because I don't even subscribe to that anymore. I really don't. The church is us. We are the church. I'm not forsaking, assembly, talking to people, really communicating with people and having sit down fellowship time with them. That's important. But more importantly, before I invite you to a church building, I need to first find out, where are you? What's your history? Where you come from? That's what Jesus did. And I'm just I'm on that tip right now. So yeah, there it is. Anyway, that's it. My little 2 cents, my little thoughts. Yeah.